Yo, what up, what up, what up? Welcome to the 12th episode. I remember this time. 12th episode of Wrestling with the Bros. Acknowledge us. Yo, what is up? What's going on? Welcome to another edition of Wrestling with the Bros. Alongside, wait, we go the other way. Alongside James, Fair. Shout out to our executive producer, Smitty. I'm Chris. Hope you guys are having a great week, man. I'm feeling good because I got two more days of work, and then I'm on vacation next week. I'm on vacation. I can't. Oh, geez. I think Farrah's already on vacation. Make sure that you follow us on Twitter at WWTB 2024. Also hit that like and subscribe button to our YouTube channel. So when we go live, like we are now, and you will be notified, and you can go ahead and jump on. Man, it was a packed weekend of wrestling from the WWE. As you guys know, it was the first ever two-night SummerSlam. And somebody on this panel, the person to my right, your left, if you're looking, however you're looking at it, but to my right over here, James, he was actually in the swamps. He was in the Meadowlands. He was at MetLife Stadium. So we're going to go ahead and start off with our SummerSlam recap. James, I'm going to start with you because you were there. You experienced everything firsthand. How was SummerSlam or the two nights of SummerSlam combined? Go ahead.
Well, last week I said that they had to accomplish the bar of being WrestleMania. I think they absolutely obliterated it on all levels. Night one was very good, and then obviously we got the biggest reveal, well, the second biggest reveal of the weekend with Seth Rollins actually being healthy. I called that work, ladies and gentlemen. You can bookmark it. I called it. I said it was a work a long time ago, and goddamn it, I was right. Secondly, night two felt very packed up with good matches. The AJ Dom match was really good. The six team ladder TLC match was fantastic. Well done. And obviously, the match of the weekend that really stole the show was Cody and Cena, part two. They really made up for the WrestleMania match. There was no bullshit interferences. There were no anything that was outside the line. No screwy finishes. No nothing. It was just straight up 1-on-1, and that's it. It was over. It was almost the battle of the super guys, Super Cena and Super Cody. I think Cody took 8 AAs. I think, and he still won. So there's a level of a bar they had to hit, and I think they shattered it this weekend. And obviously, the Beast Incarnate is back, which I don't think in an outdoor facility I've never heard a place be so loud in my life. And that place sits up to well over 80,000. There wasn't 80,000 in there, probably. I think they said it was 53. I think in night two, 53,000.
No,
I
it was
would
like
say
60,000. I think night two was in there.
Yeah,
maybe
It was like 60,000.
yeah, maybe night one was 53. But I know night two was definitely a lot more than, I guess. If that place had a roof, it would have went off into the parking lot somewhere. It would have blown right off the top of the building. I couldn't believe it. I said, "Oh my God, he's here!" Like, what are we doing? It felt like one big shockwave just literally hit the Meadowlands. I couldn't believe it. But it was a really good weekend. I give it a 9 out of 10 overall for both nights. Well, night one was a little bit less because I felt like the matches kind of dragged. Night two was everything and more that was promised. But it was a very, very good event. I'm glad I went. I'm glad I experienced it firsthand.
That's what's up. That's what's up. Fair, go right ahead, man.
Yeah, man. I mean, a decent PLE, I don't know about 9.10. That was, I guess maybe being live, maybe it felt different, but I just felt
That's what.
just
Yeah,
on coming from TV that it felt like the crowd was just on both nights was just waiting for the main events. Like it just didn't come off on TV like they cared about any other match, except for that TLC match, which again, that might have been the most chaos I've seen in the ring for quite some time. But yeah, I mean, the CM Punk Gunther match, I felt like was a instant classic, my opinion. I'm not just die hard, uh, you know, 5-star type guy. I'm just a match that tells a good story and a good underdog underlining hook to it will get me every time. That was very well played, and then the how they call what they say the rules of the century.
Yeah,
That boy, I said it on the stream. I said it on the space we had. They played us, and I love it. I don't care that I was worked. I love the fact that they worked me because it's very hard to work me at 41 years old now. So I just felt great about that. But other than that, that I don't think SummerSlam was much to write home about. Um, the Cena Cody match was really good. Um, Still trying to wrap my head around the Brock Lesnar thing. It's not like I'm crashing out about it. I understand the background of it, but you know, I it other than giving me a holy shit moment at the time. It What are we doing with Brock Lesnar in 2025? It kind of feels like. Uh, I really thought the triple threat match with the women stole the show. The first match. Also, Becky versus Lyra was a damn good match. Damn good match. Um, yeah. I think I originally said on the space 6.5 for the whole night. Uh, so I think I
I think
originally
you
said
did.
that.
I think you
Just
did.
on sleeping on it for a couple of nights now, it's probably maybe a 7 out of 10 for me. Like, but it wasn't bad or anything. I just think I don't know if the right booking decisions were made. Like, I don't get Tiffany and Jade with Tiffany winning. I don't get that. Like, why did you build her up? Like, are we making another Rhea Ripley? Like, she's just gonna run through everybody real quick and then lose the title? Like, I don't know who else is built up to take the title from Tiffany and have her kind of rebuild herself like every wrestler does as far as on TV. It's just I don't know. Like, I don't get some of the booking decisions at SummerSlam this year.
the one thing I will say is I felt like the Becky and Lyra match in the arena was not good because the crowd was doing everything else but paying attention. We had the
Which
wave
is,
going
yeah,
on.
that was
We
crazy.
and it was hard to kind of focus. I mean, you can focus on the match, but when everything else is kind of going on around you, it's like, oh, what the hell's going on here? There's a fight in the section below me. There's people doing the wave. There's people saying, "This crowd sucks. This crowd sucks," because no one wants to do the
It
wave.
did.
Like, it's just, man, I don't know. And you know what, too? Like, I know I gave it a 9 out of 10, but that's also because I was there. I think if I watched it from home,
Yeah.
I think maybe it would be a little bit less. I don't know. Probably a little bit less.
The experience is always better live. So I don't like. I'm not
Yes.
knocking your 9 out of 10. The 2 points probably comes from being live and hearing the crowd noise and being really hyped for the situation. But on TV, watching is normal. It didn't hit.
I have to still watch the Becky and Lyra match on TV because a lot of my friends told me it was a lot better at like watching
It
at
was
home
great, man.
compared to watching it at the stadium. So I got to watch it again to see.
Yeah, great match to me. Sure.
Um, for me, honestly, and James, so I totally understand your grade over the whole weekend because I do agree with you guys. Being live at an event makes it, can definitely weigh your opinion of how you think something is. Um, watching it from home, and to me, it felt like the crowd for both. It was a 12 match card for the entire weekend, 6 on Saturday, 6 on Sunday, and it felt like to me, and because Fair and I we did the stream live, and then we did the space Sunday. It felt like to me the crowd only wanted 4 matches. That was the Gunther Punk match, the Roman J Bronson Reed Braun Breaker match on night one, and then night two. It felt like they were so they wanted that TLC match, and I think if I'm thinking right, was the Becky Lyra match right after that TLC match, or was it or no?
That was before.
I think it was right after it. I think.
Was it right after? I
Okay,
thought it was
Yeah.
before.
so was it for? Oh, okay, but I think the crowd, honestly, they were so drained from the TLC match that they probably could have cared less what happened else on the card on Sunday until that Cody and Cena match. So to me, those were the 4 matches I felt watching it from home. That those were the 4 matches that the crowd really wanted to see. I thought it was a solid card. I was kind of surprised because outside of Cena losing the belt, I don't think anybody else lost the belt that entire weekend.
No,
No,
Nobody else
no.
lost the belt.
nobody else
Which
felt that.
which I'm with you, Fair. The one decision that I would have questioned was Jade and the Jade Tiffany match, and I was kind of wondering, okay, unless they're going to move Jade over to Raw to continue feuding with Naomi, I honestly thought I don't get it. I honestly don't get why they didn't put the belt on Jade. But unless they still don't feel comfortable with her, excuse me, as a champion yet, I'm not sure why they didn't put the belt on her. But
I mean, that would be the only reason is that they don't feel comfortable with her yet.
yeah,
You
yeah,
know,
that's the only thing.
or it could be that they're moving maybe both Naomi and Bianca, not sorry, Bianca and Jade over to Raw when they draft, but they haven't even announced that. So I just gotta take what it is. Like I don't get that booking decision. If you're gonna book, like the reason why you give so many top tier wins to one person is to give the rub to the next. That's booking. That's like wrestling 101. So if you're not doing that, then what is where does Jay go? Where
Yeah,
does she go?
I'm not sure. I'm not sure. Like I said, overall, obviously Seth Rollins and James, you called it. I wasn't sure if it was a work or not, but
Yeah,
yeah, it ended up being a work. And yeah, y'all saw that, didn't you? The fucking chair broke.
that
Um,
boy was about to fall,
man,
boy.
I was busting my head, man. But man, hold on. Hey, would have been like a clip. What happened to that boy? Um,
Oh my god.
but Seth Rollins coming back, that was a huge shock. I think Fair and I, we were talking on the stream. We thought that Seth Rollins was just going to come back and just show like, hey, I'm still here. Give me like another month or so, and I'll be back. And when he dropped the crutches,
Yeah,
I
he
said,
got me.
oh, yeah, he got me good
He
too.
got me.
He got me good. Brock
Yeah,
Lesnar coming back that was the shock of the whole weekend, honestly, because I don't think nobody expected Brock Lesnar at all. And we have forgotten about Brock Lesnar, and we'll talk about it here in just a few minutes. But we forgot about him. That was the shock of the entire weekend, honestly. The Cena Cody match was really good. I enjoyed it. I think one of my favorite matches actually of the weekend was probably AJ Styles and Dominic Mysterio. I actually enjoyed that
yeah.
match.
Very Eddie Guerrero vibes
Esque.
match. It
Yes.
was definitely definitely a big tribute to Eddie Guerrero. Both of them using the fake out with the ref. Homeboy AJ coming out in the low rider. Yeah, all that it was all fire, bro.
Yeah.
I think that probably is my favorite match of the whole card, just because of the vibe of the match. But yeah, for sure, for sure, for sure, for sure.
Yeah, no,
One
I
of
definitely enjoyed it. Go,
one of
go
the
ahead,
one of
James.
the things I will say about Dom Mysterio is he has become such a top level performer over the past few years that his his ability to work with anybody is really good. Um, and I can't believe that he's only gotten this like less title defenses in this midst of being having a run, because I think he can work with just about anybody in the company right now
Mhm.
with what they give him, like AJ Styles and Penta and all that. So I'm happy to see him, work his ass off and be one of the I guess one of the better performers on Raw. His style to me is very interchangeable. I think he can work well, not any style, but his style is really interchangeable within his own like limits, I guess. So it's a good thing to see him and AJ Styles kind of have a good match. Obviously, AJ can have a match with a good can have a good match with a broom, but it was still really good to see.
Hey, man,
I
AJ
agree.
for sure still got some moves to him. Go ahead, Chris. My bad.
No. Go ahead, Fair. Go ahead. Go ahead. I was just saying I
Now
agree.
I just wanted to compliment AJ. AJ just I feel like he was really into that match. Dom is like shows leaps and bounds every match that he's just improving. Um, yeah, yeah, it was like that was my favorite match on the card, man.
Uh,
I don't
James,
know
I
about
want
this.
to ask you this.
I don't know about
Oh, go ahead.
Cena.
Go ahead. Go ahead,
I don't
Fair.
know about why. I don't know why they. I don't know. Go ahead. Go ahead.
No, well, I wanted to ask James, what was the outside of the Seth Rollins, take away the Seth Rollins and Brock Lesnar segments of SummerSlam, who would you say got the biggest pop of the entire weekend?
Ooh, uh, not including Cena, Cody, or Rollins or Lesnar. CM Punk got a pretty loud one when he first came out. Um,
Hmm.
I want to say Rhea Ripley obviously got us an ovation that was deafening. Io Sky, same thing, and Naomi, same thing. So, but I would say probably Ripley or CM Punk got the two highest.
Okay. Okay.
CM Punk, it felt like a concert had just hit MetLife. Like it felt like the In Living Color was literally performing in MetLife Stadium. Like when he came out and people, the music hits and everybody sings his song, it felt like there was everybody just singing his song. It was crazy.
And then I tell you what, when John Cena came out,
Yeah, that
and
sounded the loudest on TV for me.
yeah, man, that thing was loud, especially once they realized that he was back to being Super Cena
Oh,
and it went
once
back to
the
the old Titantron.
yeah,
Oh my gosh.
When that color came to that screen, that shit erupted.
Do,
Like
no,
for
it
me
did.
on the TV screen, it did.
No, it did. It did. I
yeah.
was like, holy shit! Like I'm sitting like a boom, and obviously the Blue Titantron came out, and it's him, and doing the salute. And the last time is now. I was like, oh my god, this place is going nuts.
Yeah, for
Do
sure. I felt like it shook for sure. I seen
do you guys
there's a
realize
video
that he got
online. My bad. There's a video online. Somebody like was in the parking lot and they recorded the when he did the "You Can't See Me" fist drop.
oh yeah,
And you
yeah.
hear the crowd. You hear the whole crowd in MetLife from across the street. It
Like
looked like, yeah, you
yeah.
hear them
When that
go wild with it.
that parking where that video was taken, that's all one big parking lot over there. So it's literally
Look far.
like what happened?
It looked far. Like the car was
No,
far
it
from.
was. I mean, that parking lot is massive. I think they have about 15 lots or some shit. So that
Wow.
lot is that lot is insane. So you could definitely hear it from that far away. Even to like sometimes with the Jet, like when the Jets and the Giants play over here, like if the Jets score, you hear the roar of the crowd and you hear the fireworks. So like you know something's going down because you always hear that first before the live feed. So
You know what's crazy about John Cena? Like, do you realize that dude had three massive pops within like a minute when his Titantron hit, when he ran down the ramp, and then when he turned to the crowd to the hard cam side and threw his hands up to show the belt or whatever. Like go back and watch his intro. I mean, go back and watch him when he came back, when he came out. And he had three massive pops within like a minute. Like literally, when that Titantron hit with the bright colors, when he ran down the ramp, and when he turned to show the that dude had, I was like, that place was loud, man.
Yeah,
That
because
place was freaking, yeah.
I think you know what it is too. A lot of people like in my age range now, getting older, we're able to go to these events now, right? And John Cena is basically our Hulk Hogan, right? He is basically our, um, say your vitamins, meet your prayers, except for him and his word life. This is basic economics. So,
Right.
you know, you see like that was everything we grew up with, right? The music, the Titantron, him running out to the ring, showing the
Hmm.
championship, all those things. Like it felt like when Hogan put the red and yellow back on again in 2002 with Triple H. Like it felt like that moment specifically. Like wow, he's actually back. Like this is what we were promised. And
Hmm.
I can't believe there's only 4 months left in this retirement tour.
I
But
think I think people are starting to. I think people really realize, especially after that promo he cut on SmackDown, and then and then what they did with the Titantron and stuff on Sunday. I think it really started to hit people that he's actually about to be gone. And for me, I didn't get emotional watching it live. I was like I was like, damn, what I'm saying, it's real loud, whatever. I actually went back and rewatched the match Monday, right before Raw came on. And then I that's when I actually got a little emotional. I'm like, damn, this dude been wrestling for 25 years. I know I booed him plenty of times because I was just so sick of his character. And then you start realizing like he's getting ready to leave like in the next 4 months. Like there won't be any more of him coming down to the ring for a match or nothing. So I think it was something that people really understood. Like we want this scene back, even though we gave it hell and couldn't stand it or whatever. I think people really understood the fact that this is what we want. Let Cena go out the way he's been for at least the last 20 years, and just let him ride out in the sunset like this. Just let him ride out in the sunset like this. So for
yeah,
me,
If anybody deserves it, it's him. You
yeah,
know what I'm
I
saying? He
agree.
carried,
I agree.
like James said, like other than the only other person to carry the company in a certain generation is Hulk Hogan. It's
Yeah.
no other person that had to carry. You can say Austin in the Attitude Era. No, he had a roster that when John Cena came out and all of those other dudes, the Austins, the Rocks, the whoever were kind of fading out. Everybody else, Undertaker getting older, so he's not there anymore. It was John Cena who's drawing those tickets for WWE, making everybody, what I'm saying, the king's tides raises all boats, right? He was definitely that for WWE in the
Yeah.
what mid
He,
mid to late 2000s into what, like 2012 2015 ish. Maybe I'm
yeah.
even shortchanging him a little bit, but it was definitely him carrying that company. So
And
you
he,
got to give him the respect. Like I really, like I said, I thought they was gonna be to let him be the dude that walk out, retire with that belt. I did not, I haven't said a thing about it because I feel like those type of dudes deserve it, like the Undertakers, even the Shawn Michaels and stuff like that. If he wanted to do that, then you let him do that. But I
I,
I just wanted him to do that. Maybe this just me, just me.
I said the same thing. I think they should let him retire with the belt.
Yeah.
I feel like he earned it and deserves it. And when he first like rose to that stardom in like 2004, they really were like in that weird transition phase, right? Because all the big guys are gone. Rock, Austin, Michael's on the decline, Undertaker's getting old, Kurt Angle's
mhm.
getting a little older, right?
Triple
Eddie
H is getting
Guerrero, Triple H getting older. Eddie Guerrero unfortunately passed
oh
away.
yeah.
So he really kind of elevated guys too, to a certain extent. He elevated JBL for a little bit. Well, Bradshaw. He made Bradshaw from a tag team guy to probably the most villainous heel in the mid 2000s, or one of them. The rivalry with Edge is top tier. The rivalry with Randy Orton is top tier. That's probably a top 5 feud in WWE history. And then even too, like when he had the run in 2015 when he was United States champion, he had the open challenge. He fought Sami Zayn, Cesaro, Kevin Owens. He gave Kevin Owens his first real feud on the major league roster, on the main roster. So I think his legacy really transcends from being the first guy after all the myths and the legends went away and did their own thing, to making sure the next generation of wrestling is all set up. And now that he's leaving, it's like, you left us in a good place. You carried this company when no one else could do it except you. Now, granted, the Super Cena stuff was annoying, and the Cena wins LOL thing, whatever, when it was just him and he was beating the Nexus 1-on-16 and stuff like that. Yeah, that was annoying. We all hated it, but that's just what they had, and he deserves all his flowers. And I think he's definitely in the Rushmore, I think, at this point.
Oh, no, I totally agree. Overall, I would give SummerSlam, I would give it 7.5. 7.5. I kind of let the crowd dictate my score a little bit because, like I said, just watching on TV, I felt the crowd wasn't into it except for those 4 matches. But overall, I give it about a 7.5. I give it about 7.5. I do want to say that probably the biggest, and we mentioned it earlier, the biggest surprise of the entire weekend definitely went to one of Brock Lesnar. Brock Lesnar made his return back to WWE for the first time since 2023. As you guys know, and for those who don't know, but Brock Lesnar has been out of WWE or out of wrestling for the last 2 years because he is involved with a lawsuit that includes Vince McMahon, sexual assault, among other things. And Brock made his massive return Sunday night after Cody beat John Cena for the undisputed title. John Cena hung around. We all thought John Cena was just going to take it in because this is his last SummerSlam. For about 3 or 4 minutes, kind of hung around and soaked it all in. And just as he was getting ready to leave, Brock Lesnar's music hits. And everybody, James, you were there. Fair and I, we literally are in the space like, what the living hell? Oh my goodness.
No.
We couldn't believe it. We couldn't believe it. James, I'm gonna start with you. Just that, go ahead, man. Go ahead.
That guitar riff, when that first guitar riff hits, it's so like noticeable because he's had it for so long. So I'm sitting there and he's doing, Cena's obviously walking out the ring, and all of a sudden you hear the guitar riff. I looked to my right, I looked at my friend, I said, "Oh my fucking God." I was like, what? And it sounded like a bomb went off in the place. Like everybody you just saw a sea of people rise up out of their seat, and the music hits, and I'm looking, and all of a sudden he just walks out, and I'm like, oh my God, Brock Lesnar's back in the company. And the place went nuts. Like there's people bugging out. There's a guy in front of me saying, I called it. And he did. He did say Brock was showing back up tonight. I don't know how he knew, but he knew. He started beating his chest. Everybody around me's going, holy shit. It was nuts. It was nuts. And even to like that, again, it is the same thing how it was when Rollins came out. Maybe a little bit more elevated because we haven't seen him in so long that it was like, why is he here? What is he doing here? Obviously, we know why he's going to be there. He's going to fight Cena. But it was like, oh my God, Brock Lesnar's back. What do we do? And even too, it looked like no one had an idea, obviously, but just the place rose up like it was like, oh my God, like what do we do? It was nuts. It was nuts. I couldn't believe it. I was like, holy shit, dude, what's going on? I'm pretty sure I sent the reaction to you guys along the way.
I think you sent the video. I think it was the crowd go wild.
Yeah, the crowd went nuts. The crowd went nuts. People around me were losing their mind. I couldn't believe it. I was like, oh my God. Because that's the biggest one of the biggest attractions in the 2010s. You know, he was coming. You know, he was fighting somebody for the belt.
Man, listen. I don't know. It's like, yo, it was definitely shock, right? We was in the space, and I'm like,
Merry Christmas.
okay, what's like? Cause it just I felt like something was gonna happen. I'm like, so what's fitting to happen, right? I didn't know, so I'm like, okay, yeah, I'm just waiting, and I'm literally he's about to walk out, and I'm like, that's it, and then the guitar riff hit. I said, holy shit. They don't care. That was my exact. I said they don't care, and that was pretty much the rest of the conversation. The whole space, they just don't care. But it's like, yeah, um, I don't know. I don't know how to feel about it still. Like I can see everybody's point of view. He has. I don't like the he has a pending case because he doesn't have a pending case actually. He's just named in a lawsuit that includes Vince McMahon or the plaintiff is Vince McMahon. Brock is not the plaintiff. So
Yeah.
all of that people need to kind of if you want to criticize, did Brock do some stuff that still was questionable? Yeah. He is supposed to be questioned about what he said and was what he alleged was going to do. But other than that, as far as just the appearance thing, it was just it went for me from what to like kind of what James said. It was okay. So he's just back for Cena and that's it. Like he's not gonna like that's it. Just
Well,
brought him back for one person. Like I feel like that's a waste of
next year,
money. Like, I don't know.
SummerSlam is in Minneapolis. So
You think he retires there?
yeah, I have a
I
feeling
don't
that's what they're probably going to do. Only because it's in the U.S. Bank Stadium. He's obviously from Minnesota, so I think they're going to do something like that probably for him. Now he might not show up as much. Yeah, he might come every now and then, but I think his roadmap for opponents is Cena and Gunther as of now, and then they'll figure it out later.
I mean, yeah. Hopefully, we get that Gunther match.
Yeah,
Definitely. If he's gonna be here, I want the matches that I want to see, and I wanted to see Gunther versus for with Brock with an actual let them actually fight type situation. Um, but yeah, and I
speaking
guess you can retire him. I guess I don't.
speaking of Gunther, real quick, I don't know if this is off topic. Um, I think it's safe to say he's one of the more complex characters that they have right now in WWE. When he loses, I don't know if you guys agree with me, if you get the idea that I'm coming from here.
Yeah, I see what you're saying. I see what you're
Like
saying.
he is such a dominant force, right? When everything's in control and everything is going his way. And when he feels some kind of pain, he taps right away. When he sees his own blood for the first time, he cowers in the corner and hides his face. It feels like it's very much a bravado, tough guy kind of thing. And then when you hurt the man, he becomes a coward. So just a very interesting thing that I had. I don't mean to get off topic and whatever, but I just don't know if you guys see it that way.
I
No,
think that they try to
that's a good
show
look at it.
him in a light that he is dominant, but then when he sees when somebody gets to him, that he does panic. Not I don't know if panic is the right word, but he does seem to lose his focus. And that's how you beat him. Like I mean, that's pretty much how each of his losses has gone. Like somebody has um, with you know, I guess what's the right word I'm trying
Withstood his wrath.
withstood his assault,
Yeah.
and they keep coming back. Well, then he's like, what else am I supposed to do? He gets over that. Now Jay just mans up and beats him, straight makes him tap. Now he gets over that. Now, first time that I seen him like as far as WWE TV, like bleed. now he flinched from that. He's a flincher. That's a part of his story. Now, how they rectify that probably will be good TV if they ever try to turn him face or something like that. But other than
Yeah.
that, I mean, that's pretty much all fighters, all big. I mean, what Mike Tyson say? Everybody got a plan until you get punched in the mouth. And when you punch him in the mouth, then it's like, oh shit, this is a fight. Do I flinch or not? You know, that's how I feel like that's going.
Um, when I was watching John Cena, usually I don't turn. I don't turn, and I didn't turn. I just kept watching because I knew the post show was coming on Peacock, and I think I've mentioned it in the group chat that there was a guy who called in because I was listening to the replay of Tommy Dreamer's post SummerSlam on post SummerSlam show on Pro Wrestling Nation, and some guy called and said that he missed both Seth Rollins and Brock Lesnar's return on TV because he turned them off. He turned them both off.
Why? Why did you do that? That was kind of crazy. Why did you do that?
Some people. Some look. I did that with CM Punk when he first came back. I said never fucking again. I said I'll wait until that is over.
No, I treat PLEs now like Marvel post credit scenes. I'm staying there until they literally fade to black or whatever. So as we're in the space where we're talking, when that guitar hit, I was like, I said, no, wait, hold on. It's got to be a glitch somewhere because there is no for him to come back, and we talked about it in the space, and Fair, you just mentioned it. Either he's cleared, like so. This is our initial thoughts when it happened. He's either cleared or they don't care.
Or they just don't care.
You know, and TKO is a business, so is WWE. They're going to make sure they do their due diligence, you know, to make sure that they have all of their T's crossed and their I's dotted because they don't want any backlash. I mean, they're going to get some backlash because he's back, but they don't want to get any backlash if for the fact of bringing him back and he's not clear or of any wrongdoing in this lawsuit. As for him to come back, he had to be cleared, and there were reports that WWE officials said that he was cleared about 4 months ago. No, a month ago. A month ago. Yeah, 4 weeks ago or a month ago. So they obviously knew that once they got the green light, it was good because his merch was on the WWE shop website like a week ago, a week prior to him coming back. So they obviously knew what it was. My thing is this.
Well, let me add something to that real quick. Yeah, they might have cleared him as far as I don't know if they cleared him as far as any wrongdoing. I think just my opinion, I just think they as the WWE lawyers know that this is probably going to arbitration and nothing's going to get out. So it's like it's either he is cleared of wrongdoing, quote unquote, as far as his actions, and he was just maybe like just a third party, like Vince sent him these pictures and he responded to them type thing. Like he said something vulgar, okay, but he's not a part of this trafficking scandal that they're trying to say that Vince was doing. Or it's going to arbitration and nothing's going to come out in public. Those are the only two options. So either way, that's why he's on TV.
Yeah. Well, one of the things that they had mentioned was, and I was looking at the lawsuit, like I guess supposedly in the lawsuit, the lady, Janelle Grant said that I guess they were going to possibly do something, but because of weather and COVID and all the other good stuff, they ended up canceling. So who's to say that if that didn't happen, that they wouldn't have done something? But neither here nor there, nothing happened out of that situation. I think WWE obviously they know that Brock Lesnar and people have been saying for at least the last year that he was coming back. I did honestly, Fair. I think you and I
been saying that
we
shit
talked
for the
about
past 2 years, bro. I'm like, bro, do you understand what's going on?
I didn't think Brock was coming back at all. I'm gonna be honest. Whether he was cleared or not, I didn't think he was even okay, he got cleared, or they knew that he was going to be okay. Like you said, if it was going to arbitration, I still did not think that Brock Lesnar was coming back. I honestly did not think he was coming back at all. And to see him on the screen again was a shock. I was like, okay, all right, he's
I
here.
don't know how I feel about it though.
I mean, it is what it is, Brock. I mean, I'm like, okay, whatever. I mean, it's not my company. I can't sit. If I'm pissed off about it, guess what? I'm not going to watch it when he's on TV or whatever, or not stop
Understandable.
watching the product. Period. There are some people who out there are going to say that they're going to watch it because Brock Lesnar is back. They feel that WWE does not care about women or anything like that. Um, there's also people who are excited about Brock Lesnar coming back. Hey, and they're gonna watch this even more. So, as a wrestling community, I mean, I've done fine without him being there. Him being back, it's like, okay, fine. I don't have to like it, but guess what? More than likely, this is the same company. This is the same company that had Vince McMahon wrestle God and win, and people watched it.
This
Do
is
I agree
also
with? Yeah, I don't agree. Actually, I think I had stopped watching wrestling at that point. I didn't get back into it till like a couple years later. So I just happened to retro. I had to go back and watch some of that stuff.
Yeah,
I'm
I
like,
watched that live. I watched that live.
yeah,
I did too.
I watched that live.
yeah, yeah.
Shawn
So
Michaels and God. That's what it
Yeah,
was. That back
I
that was
watched
yeah,
that live.
2006.
it's like
96,
2006 or something. Yeah, it was that whole church angle, whole church
Yes.
storyline, whatever.
Yeah.
So
This
I
is
mean,
also. I'm sorry,
yeah.
I didn't mean to cut you off, but
No,
this
no,
is also the
go
same.
ahead,
This is
James.
also the same guy that wore a do rag and said the N word on
Yeah,
television in front of
and
Booker T. So like
yeah. So
this to me that this whole thing like with people saying like they're like appalled that WWE would do this. I'm like, this is the same company that has a history of doing fucking weird things.
yeah.
Like it's
What you
not
did
it's
in the
not
last 40 years?
that's what I'm saying. Like Brian Pillman, he's got a gun. Oh my God, he just shot Stone Cold on TV. Obviously not the same level, but I'm just saying like weird
They
controversial
chopped the
angles.
Yeah.
dude's penis off.
Yeah, Val
Yeah,
Venus
yeah, Val
with the
Venus.
Yakuza. Yeah,
Like,
Vince McMahon getting in the car and having the limo blow up on television.
and
Matter
then
of
he was
fact,
there 2 weeks later. Like,
yeah,
Yeah, well, because
exactly.
Benoit died.
It-
But you know,
come
like it's
on, man.
like this company has done fucked up things for a very, very long time, and people have not really stopped watching. So that's why when people say like I'm canceling this because they brought back Brock Lesnar, I'm like, okay, yes, but you do realize that this company has had several situations that have been very shady and very messed up along the way. Like Brock Lesnar is a stopping point for you at this point. You know what I mean? Like
Jerry
I'm not
Lawler
saying
right.
wasn't though.
Jerry Lawler wasn't like
Jerry
Jerry
Lawler
Lawler
Jerry
was
Lawler,
wasn't though.
right,
like
right.
that's my whole
Come
thing. Like,
on,
and
man.
I'm not saying that Brock Lesnar, you know, whatever the legal situation plays out, it plays out. But this company has a history of doing things like that. So why are people like outraged all of a sudden like this is brand new? Like, I'm sorry, this is stuff that's been going
But
on for
it's just this
years.
outrage
I
culture,
think
like
it's
everything. It's virtue signaling. I don't know
Virtue
whatever
signaling,
phrase you
yes,
want to say.
that's pretty
It's
much what
just
it is.
yeah.
oh, I'm just beacon of good and white. Like
No,
shut up.
it goes back to that Chris Rock stand up he did on Netflix a couple years ago. It's selective outrage. You
Yeah.
know, we pick and choose which what things to be outraged about. I'm not saying that like you can't not be upset at the situation and be mad because Brock Lesnar showed up. But 9 times out of 10, the same people who are saying who are completely unhinged or they're pissed off about this, I guarantee you they'll be watching SmackDown this Friday to see what the hell Brock Lesnar is going to say to John if he's
Or
going to show up just to confront John Cena.
or they're gonna get mad and yeah, they'll unsubscribe to stuff and then come WrestleMania time they'll be right back there. Like, yeah, hey, what's going on?
It
Exactly.
doesn't
So
matter. It's all selective. Like it's all, you know,
it's all
look, if you
And
it
feel
is
it's
strong
selective.
if you feel strongly about something like that, you have your right to your
do what
opinion,
you gotta do.
which is fine.
I'm not
this
doing that.
is
So
this is the
why don't you
same.
stop trying to get me to do what you gonna do and just go do what you gonna do? I don't
Yes.
care.
Exactly. So
If Jerry Lawler, hold on, if Jerry Lawler with his stories didn't offend you back then I don't want to hear nothing about Brock Lesnar right now. I
Even
don't.
even even to the same thing with the company and women and stuff like that. Like I felt like back in the '90s with Sable and like back then they degraded them way more. Like
yeah,
Sable was literally out there with handprints. Not like, but
Bro, she was
that
mimicking a blowjob on Vince McMahon on TV. But you
yes,
want to talk about I don't know. Somebody
hey,
was,
hey,
hey, you
then
know what?
wait a
Hey,
minute,
dog, listen. I'm gonna keep it real.
wait a minute.
Hold on. I'm gonna keep it real. How many times in my life, that one of the fellas had a chick that was down, and he was like, "Hey, you know," and she said, "Hey," and it happened. I don't know. Like, I don't condone anything that I read in that fucking lawsuit. Okay, I don't. I would never want it to happen. I got 4 daughters. I don't condone shit. But I'm not going to sit here and say with the history that this company has had with people that was in prominent roles for over 20 years. Miss me. Stop with
Yeah,
I'm selecting people
even
to be mad
yeah,
at. Miss me.
even guys like Ric Flair styling, profiling, and even the TNA promo, and he's like limousine ride and Jeff Lyon kiss dealing son of a gun that can kiss any woman, even that fat one, and make her cry. You know what I mean?
uh-huh.
Like you hear things like
Yeah.
that don't piss you off, but Brock
I
Lesnar
mean,
does.
I mean, I
Like,
mean, this is the same company that had Mabel damn near dry humping Coach in the
Right.
ring.
Right.
Yeah, Heidenreich. Remember when Heidenreich sexually assaulted Michael Cole on television?
Yeah, yeah,
Like,
yeah.
come on. Like, look, I'm the same thing like Fair said. I don't condone that he's involved with that stuff. That is wrong, and whatever happens
No.
on that is happens on that end. It's just the company has had a history of doing things that create these moments. You're like, wait a minute, you didn't stop watching
Now
them,
you
but
want to
you'll
say
stop
something?
now. You'll stop some. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it feels very weird to me.
Yeah.
Just you want to be a part of the,
So
the team that says
so
F this company, and I'm just whatever.
and
Okay.
and it's funny that that we're talking about the company and what they have done because now moving forward, what is the direction for the company moving forward? You have Brock Lesnar, he's back, but he'll be a part timer. Cena's getting ready to walk out the door. Roman is getting ready to, is pretty much has one foot out the door as well. Cody is starting to get a couple of toes out the door as well too. Even though after he beat Cena, Cena held his hand up as a passer of the torch type moment. But fair, what do you where do you see the direction of the company going for WWE?
I mean, you asking like who's next up, or like who?
Just I guess that's a general because James, you saw this live. They were showing, and I know Triple H is a part of Donald Trump's fitness health cabinet or whatever. So I know Trump was getting booed, or the screen was they were booing the jumbotrons when they showed Trump on the jumbotrons, but then Triple H was getting cheered outside of the
Bro,
at the post show or what have you. But I guess my thing is where do you see this company going as far like do you think that it could be more politics start to trickle in a little bit more into the stories, or is it kind of like it is what it is?
well, yeah. Can some stuff be booked like that? Yes. Look what is El Grande Americano? What is that? What's that a
Mm.
play on? Is that not a play on a political situation with the refugees and stuff right now? Is that not it?
Mm.
And
On
the
the
culture
luchadors
and all
too.
of that shit, bro. Like,
I know you got three of them.
yes. Is it
Yeah,
three? I
yeah,
thought it was
yeah,
like
yeah.
eight
Three of them.
from
It's
Raw.
like three of them
Goddamn.
now. Yeah, man.
But yeah, they'll play off real life events. They've done that. They've done that for 30 years.
Yeah.
And no one's batted an eye until now.
It's just
I think
everybody wants to make everything a negative because they figured out they don't like this or certain shit.
I
You
mean,
know what I'm saying? Like it's
I
just
think
I don't
social
know.
media is a huge part of that reason why too, which is
It's just
why I
insane.
don't like social media from the IWC because amongst other things, but it's part of the
Everything's
reason why.
is a rallying call. Like, oh my god, they brought Brock back. Oh my god, Vince is gone. Let's love Triple H. Oh my
Ooh,
god, The Rock fucked up. Let's all argue about The Rock. I'm like, oh, okay, can we move on at some point? Like, it's just, I don't know. I don't. It's just so. It's childish,
it gets
really.
very
I don't
tiring.
know. Yeah,
It,
mhm.
it's
it
so
gets very
corny.
it gets very tiring because it gets to a point when it's like the IWC is an interesting place because you have people that love the product so much and they'll say nothing but positive about it, and you have people that abuse the product and say nothing positive about it at all. So I feel like it's a very polarizing kind of place. There are people online that love Brock Lesnar coming back. There are people online that hate it. There are people that love Triple H's booking decisions, and there are people that can't stand him.
Mm.
It just is what it is. The IWC is an interesting place.
Yeah, it's um this past weekend, like a lot of you read stuff online, and a lot of people feel that MAGA is going to be included, or the way they're going, it could be like a lot of MAGA influence or what have you. We've all seen Donald Trump in the storyline with Vince McMahon years ago. It was millionaire versus millionaire, whatever it was, that story back in the early
Had
2000s,
to,
what have you.
had to shave the head bald.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, if you look at WWE's stance for years, has always been on the right, has always been conservative. Vince McMahon and Donald Trump are boys. Vince McMahon was a huge contributor to Donald Trump's first camp as well as his second campaign. Well, hell, all his campaigns for that matter. Heck, his wife is on the freaking is in the cabinet, and now his son-in-law is working with Trump as well too. So I mean, I think
Yeah,
it's something that
newsflash. An
won't
old white
change.
man is a Republican. Newsflash.
Yeah, that doesn't necessarily it doesn't bother me because like if whichever way you vote, my thing is stand on it. Stand on it. If you feel this way, stand on it. You know, just my thing is when it comes to politics, and I don't know if it's going off subject. My thing is just call out whatever you vote for. Just call out their BS when they mess up. Don't just accept everything that they do, whether it's BS or not. Just don't accept it just because or whatever. I think I think sometimes it can be too much, but this is unfortunate. But this is the way that it is now. Everything is being ostracized or publicized because that's how it is now. With social media, everything is going to be maybe blown out of proportion or whatever. But I don't know. I we'll definitely see how this is going to play out in the next 3 or 4 years. I think Cody is going to lead the charge as far as the company. I think that's who they're going to put their money behind. But uh, they're going to have to do something pretty soon as far as carrying Cross. Is he going?
Oh God.
That to
Oh
me,
boy.
that was probably the worst match on night one. Is he going? You know,
I I just want to say real quick. I'm
go
sorry.
ahead, go ahead, go ahead.
The fact that they made Sami Zayn waste a good portion of the summer on a feud with Karrion Cross to me is fucking ridiculous. I, I don't. Does he have a good gimmick? Yes. Is it cool? Yes. But you know what it is? It's just a Sean O'Hare gimmick all over again. When Sean O'Hare was a devil's advocate, and then they quickly dropped it, and he went to go beat Boys of Roddy Piper in 2003. That's all it is. It's just a rehashing of the same gimmick. And Adam Cole said it best. Sorry, Adam Cole said it best. They give you the pyro, they give you the girl, they give you the title, they give you everything to make you feel special. But when the bell rings, what happens? It's the same story 5 years later. The same exact one. He's a great storyteller. He has a cool gimmick. In the ring, it is boring, it is slow, and it's not fun to watch at times. If he's gone from WWE, it didn't work the second time, it is what it is. He'd probably do a pretty good job somewhere else on the Indies because they already have that fan base. But I am over the Cross experiment in WWE.
Yeah.
Listen, I like Karrion Kross. Follows me, actually. Shout out to Karrion Kross. I'm not gonna sit here and act like I'm gonna be so upset that he gets let go. Like I don't. If he gets let go, he gets let go. Did he get a fair shake though? No. Did he? He didn't even have like a start stop type thing. He just he had a start and then stop, and then it'll stop. Like it'll start again, then stop. Like it wasn't even anything they tried. Like they put that bullshit group around him. I don't know what the problem was with that. I don't. Why put the old guy with a guy that you have already to be a mouthpiece? I don't know. That just felt weird to me. Yeah, they got the story off with Sammy, but if you're gonna push a man, why the hell did you have him lose? Like I don't get that.
Clean twice.
Yeah. I don't know.
It's insane. Like so I mean I feel like the writing's on the wall. So, why even act like it's not? It's I mean it's on the wall unless something's about to happen that we don't see. I mean it feels like, that's a guy that should be AEW bound, but I don't know. It's not even enough for me to really, as far as TV wise, to really get up in arms about, like, they clearly missed the boat. I feel like they should have pushed him. If you're gonna bring him back and have him interfere in a match with Drew and Roman, maybe you should have him feud one of them in something meaningful. But I mean, yeah, I don't. Yeah, yeah. I don't know if it's a missed the boat or maybe it just didn't click, but it's not. It's not going to work with WWE.
It's not working.
I'll say this, and we'll conclude with on this topic. It's going to be interesting to see the moves they're going to make, not only from a roster standpoint, just from a stance as a whole, moving forward. I'm really interested in seeing how this company is going to move going forward. It's just going to be interesting.
It feels
It's
like
going to be interesting.
it feels
Go
like
ahead.
it feels like a transitional piece, right? I
Mhm.
think WWE has a run where they have a steady, consistent roster for maybe 3 to 4 years, and then they'll take 2 years where it's like a transition phase where they introduce new guys and try to build them up. Like you could see this, like Braun Breaker, Bronson Reed,
Mhm.
stuff like that. Like they're trying to reintroduce, trying to bring up the newer generation of guys so we can understand it. Be like, okay, look, this is our future. And then they'll do that for 3 to 4 years, maybe longer, and then they'll have new guys come up. So I feel like every other couple of years they take like a transition phase where it gets a little weird and awkward. It doesn't really work too well. And then all of a sudden it's like, oh wow, these guys are superstars. It kind of reminds me of like when 2012 when all the guys were starting to go away and they brought in Moxley and Reigns and Rollins to come up, and it was like, oh my god, who are these guys? And you had all the NXT guys, they had the Usos, you had Sami Zayn, Kevin Owens, Prince Balor, Finn Balor. They had all the guys come in. It's like, all right, this is our new crew, and then they're still going, but we got new guys coming pretty soon too. So it's almost like a rebuilding almost because everybody's getting older. All the main
And,
superstars. And people are going to be coming and
and
going, but
yeah, and I think that was the big thing with Brock Lesnar too. Like I think Fair mentioned it earlier. I don't need to see Brock Lesnar on my TV in 2025 because he's 47. I'm not saying can't wrestle. But I think at some point you're going to have to let them go, just because
Yes.
What do I need to?
I think
What am I looking at?
yeah, the part time stuff I think is what's I think is what getting a lot of people too, because I think people don't want to see the part time stuff anymore. People want like they understand it, but I think people want to see the full time.
Especially,
They want
bro,
to see
like
full time.
they don't even have house shows like they. I feel like they have like 4 house show loops a year. Like if it's just TVs, like yo, I need you to be on TV, bro. Like that
Yeah,
goes
yeah.
for him. That goes for Roman. All of them, bro. CM Punk is a part timer too. That man's on every TV. Every
And
TV.
and one of the things too, it's actually pretty much the house shows. They had Roxanne Perez and Raquel Rodriguez on a podcast, and they mentioned that they think that there should be more house shows so that way the talent gets more reps to avoid more, um, I guess, like botches or mess ups in the ring, where it's like, okay, fine, we will do this, and we will have you guys wrestle. Say like you're in New York, right? And you're going to do 2 house shows in White Plains and Poughkeepsie or White Plains and Albany, right? Something like that. You let those guys get reps in so that way they get better for TV when the name is called. I think stuff like that is pretty interesting too, from that perspective.
Yeah, I don't know because how many dates do they do a year anyway? Is it 200 now?
It has to be at least that. It might be a little less or a little more, but it's around about that number, bro.
No, no, that would make sense. That would make sense. Almost like a basketball player wanting to play more basketball, like an open gym and stuff, just to get his game up a little. That would kind
And
of
you
make
know
more
what?
sense.
Most of them live in Florida. They got a performance center in Orlando. Go get your reps.
Nah, get on the road so that way you can know how to adapt to the crowd.
For
Um,
what? For
yeah,
what?
hey, get practice in. All right. Um, it was announced that ESPN has acquired the rights to stream WWE PLEs next year. This is according to reports, they are going to stream WWE PLEs beginning next year and have the right here the new agreement with ESPN is worth 1.6225 billion dollars over 5 years, or an average of 325 million annually. That's an 81% increase over the average annual rights fee of $180 million currently being paid by Peacock. So under that deal, they will be paid just under 190 million in 2025 and will receive just under 50 million next year before the agreement expires in March. Now, Peacock not only Peacock has not only the domestic rights to WWE slate of 10 premium live events, which includes Mania and SummerSlam, but also NXT's roughly half dozen PLEs, 250 hours of original programming, one documentary per year, and access to WWE's content archives. Fair, I'm gonna start with you about this WWE, and one of the things that they did not mention for these, or they mentioned it, but they didn't mention this other nugget. So it's $30 because this is gonna be a part of ESPN's direct to consumer stream app. $30 a month. But if you have a cable provider with ESPN, it'll automatically be included with your package, with your deal. So Fair, I'm gonna start with you. Do you think this is a good thing of ESPN now being the exclusive home of WWE PLEs?
Right. So as far as consumer wise, it's an awesome thing. Like, I mean, ESPN is about to have a direct to consumer streaming wise. Like, let's keep it real. Like, more people watch ESPN for their sports than any other network. Period. Even if they don't cover your sport like that, they'll wait for that little 30-minute segment to see their sport. So yeah, absolutely, it's a I would say it's probably on par with a Netflix type audience because ESPN is also global. So that's two big streaming networks right now, and if you look at it, they look to be wanting to be off television or network television. I feel like that's the plan for them. They After this maybe USA deal, somebody's going to snag on the streaming network SmackDown. It just I don't see them being on normal television or cable television anymore. Is my point for that. But I feel it's a huge thing. Also, it also proves that nobody reads press releases or articles or anything, because the outrage for something that is clearly in black and white about paying for this damn subscription or this new streaming service. Nobody read it. Nobody read it. Nobody bothered to click the link and just read the words and click the other link that tells you about what you're paying for. Nobody wanted to sit here and click that. And that's astounding to me that you want to be mad but didn't read the fucking shit.
James, go ahead, man. Because you were upset about this earlier. You were upset about this.
Well, that was before I found out that I also looked at the headline. I just woke up in the morning. I didn't know no better. All right. So when I found out at first that they were going to ESPN, I was like, okay, fine. Then once I found out that it was $300 a year just to watch the pay-per-view at first, I was like, you got to be kidding me. Because not only are you technically pricing people out almost in a way by doing that, you're also kind of saying like, you're basically replacing the UFC with WWE. And I have ESPN Plus because I like to watch the hockey games and stuff. So I have ESPN Plus. And the fact that it's going to $30 a month is actually kind of criminal. But once you find out you get everything, it's not as bad as I thought it was going to be. Especially considering if you have cable TV, you bypass the buying the pay-per-views. So it took me a minute. Then I realized along the way, okay, maybe it's not as bad as I thought it was going to be. Because if you have cable, you don't have to pay for it. If you don't have cable, you're going to have to pay for it. So it's almost kind of like, which one do you have almost? I'm kind of glad I didn't get rid of it, to be honest, because I still have it in my house.
Mm-hmm.
But it's good. I think it's a good business proposition. And like Lil Wayne said, too much money ain't enough money. So for both parties,
Right.
So who said between both of them, TKO, WWE, and ESPN, good for them. I hate that they got the NFL Network stuff, though. That kind of bothers me. If they replace Scott Hansen, I'm not going to be happy.
No,
he's staying.
I know
He's
this
staying.
is not wrestling. He just signed a new deal. He just signed a new 4-year deal, so he's staying. NFL Network or the NFL, I don't know how you say that, but the NFL is still going to be in control of Red Zone and in control of the NFL Network. So it's not everything like going. It's under the family, but it's not. They're not like controlling it or putting out the narrative of it. However, you talk about programming with a TV, they're not actually doing that part.
Okay, well that's good then.
I get like when I first like you said, when I first saw the news, because at the time I was at work and I had gotten a notification about it, about ESPN and WWE securing this deal. I was like, oh wow. I said Disney got some money. They just bought the NFL Red Zone stuff and everything, and now they buying WWE. And I was like, not buying, but they're agreeing to a deal to showcase their stuff. I'm like, man, they got some money. Um, and then when I saw it was $30 a month, I'm like, oh, come on, I'm like, James, you have got to be freaking kidding me. Because and I think this is where people were getting upset. You're already paying for Netflix. You're already paying cable to watch SmackDown because it's on USA. I don't think USA has an exclusive network app where you can just watch USA programming. I don't think they do.
There's an app on the Roku.
No,
Oh, it is
USA.
okay.
They have an app on the Roku.
Okay.
Yeah, because that's how I watch SmackDown.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
I've been watching it on my phone.
Well, see, I have YouTube TV, so that's why I watch it on my I
And
watch US. Go ahead.
you're good too because I think it bypasses YouTube TV, so you're good.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
right. Like initially, just hearing it, you know, as a fan, you get upset. You're like, damn. So wait a minute. And so you're like, man, I just $30. What the hell? $30 a month. What I forgot how much that is a year off the top of my head. But
330, something
you
like that.
No, it was 290 something
so
like
about
that.
$300
Yeah,
almost. Well, so about
Yeah.
three hundred
yeah.
dollars almost. So you see that and you get upset. Now, like you said, James and Fair, once you realize, you know, if you have already have Hulu TV Live, YouTube TV Live, or any cable service, then you're good. You just got to sign in. As a matter of fact, that direct to consumer stream is actually kicking off August 21st. So it's right around the corner. Um,
Yeah.
because I was like, well, hell, the one thing I was wondering is all of WWE's content going to go from Peacock to ESPN soon? That's what I was wondering. Because there are times when I do like to go back and rewatch some old stuff from years past, you know, a pay-per-view or a certain episode of Raw or SmackDown. And it made me realize just how good we had it with the WWE network. Because I'm
They're
not even
only
gonna lie, man.
$9.99.
Man, $10, and all the crap that you got, dude. That was yeah. We had it good, man. We had it good.
I actually was in the
Pay more,
process of watching.
actually.
I was in the
Because
process of
it was
watching.
my bad, but
I was in the
No,
process
no.
of
I mean,
watching the old Nitros on the network.
oh, okay.
So they had everything up till 2001. So I would watch the Monday Night Nitros, and then I would watch pay per view, like somebody would back in the day. So it was cool, and then they took it away from me, and I had to restart over on Peacock. And I started at the first episode, and then Peacock just decided to take them off, or it's not uploading as much anymore. I don't remember. And yeah, it's gone again. And I'm sitting there, I'm like, fuck, they ain't changing up again. I'm gonna lose it again. I'm gonna forget where I am again. Like, sucks. But
It does, and as long as they don't have Stephen A. Smith on the Mania
you
or
know
any
it's
pay per
coming.
views
You know it's
kickoff show,
coming.
yeah, guys, it's gonna be
You
loud and
know it's coming.
obnoxious, giving
You
wrong
know
predictions or whatever. Yeah, but um,
I
I,
don't,
Goldberg's gonna
it's
win. He retired, Stephen A. He's not.
I don't,
when
I don't think it's I don't think. I mean, yeah, Stephen A. does his stick, right? Stick, whatever it is. But it is kind of wild how most of our lives it was never considered sports, and now they're on the precipice of having an agreement with ESPN to air the PLEs. Like, I feel like
yeah.
Vince McMahon is like, "What are you guys doing? Like, this was never exclusive here. Like, we never went on ESPN. Like, we never, they never mentioned us. We never mentioned them. So it feels like a brand new era of like how the business has become. I wonder if they hire like specific old wrestlers to do play-by-play analysts and like analysis like during the events on ESPN. Like Monday morning after WrestleMania, you got like Chris Jericho and like Edge talking about the match and certain spots and stuff, how to break it down. Like I'm curious to see if they have stuff like that. You know what I mean? Hey, they might do some shit like that. Who
Bro,
knows?
I said in our chat, I said, yo, I bet money there's gonna be like a first take ish shit about about wrestling, about Raw and about the PLEs and all of that. They said now the way I read the press release, because I read it. As far as the pre and post game show, I don't know if they meant like they was gonna like air the pre and post game show or they're gonna produce their own pre and post game show. That kind of was confusing me. For me, I feel like it was just airing. But imagine if ESPN did a like a college game day type WrestleMania thing, like
It'll be
going
easy
I
for
into
mean,
their
yeah,
it'll
it'd be
be
easy
easy
for
for Pat
Pat
McAfee.
McAfee. Yeah, exactly. It'd be
right.
definitely easy for Pat McAfee.
Yeah,
And hold on, and Pete Rosenberg. You know, Rosenberg sometimes is on
yeah,
first
he's on
take.
ESPN.
He
Yeah,
worked. No, he works for ESPN.
yeah,
Yeah.
he's on the
Well,
radio
there
Works
show
you
for
with
go.
ESPN.
he's on the radio
So
show
I'm
with Michael Kay and Don LaGreca.
so like Yeah, we're definitely in a new era of what's the word I'm looking for? Streaming or just showing different things
Entertainment.
because man, entertainment because I would have never thought of ESPN ever being on WWE being on ESPN, and now imagine watching Sports Center and they're giving a breakdown of WWE. What have you? You know
Right.
what I'm saying? Like
It's
it's just
so it
crazy.
comes so far from where it was. Like it's accepted now. Like I feel like people from the mainstream has paid attention to wrestling as far as like most of them are our age now, Chris, that they're, in the sports entertainment, but they watched wrestling back in the day. So now they're
Mhm.
telling people, hey, it is kind of athletic. Like, did you just see what Rey Mysterio just did? Or you see how Seth Rollins moves? You can't. I think Roman said it best. Like, listen, yeah, that mat is forever unforgiving. Like I can't fake falling down. So it was like it kind of he said it on first take, and everybody was like, yeah, yeah. Louis Riddick is a wrestling fan. Did you know that?
I did not know that.
No,
I
it's
found that
news to
out
me.
today. Found that out today. He said he's a big
Was
Roman fan because he went to GT. So
Well, see,
yeah,
see. I don't watch First Take a whole lot anymore because it's nothing but just a
I
whole
saw the
bunch of
clip.
yelling. Stephen A. is just freaking yelling so freaking much it makes no sense.
I saw the clip.
But no, no, I can remember the days where if you, as a kid growing up, even as a teenager, if you watch wrestling, they literally will sit there and laugh at you and mock you for it or what have you, and it wasn't accepted, like Fair said even though it was getting mainstream success and pub, people still crackling you about it. And now it's on ESPN. It has been shown on ESPN because you've been seeing uh, different wrestlers go on ESPN for at least the last 10 years, promoting WrestleMania or SummerSlam, whatever the case may be. And now the fact that ESPN is going to be broadcasting PLEs beginning. I didn't watch Scott Van Pelt on Sports Center doing Sports Center after WrestleMania or after SummerSlam or Money in the Bank.
Right?
I mean, it's crazy.
It
It's
is.
crazy.
It
It's
It'll
crazy
be
it,
to
it,
crazy.
think that.
Bet
it really.
odds. What if they start doing bet odds because of this on
Yeah,
ESPN?
yeah. I
Nah, I
mean,
don't know. That's a slippery slope because then you're betting on stuff that's predetermined.
Yeah, but we don't know what they're gonna do. Only WWE knows what they're gonna pick. So it's just pretty much pick the match. Who's gonna win the match? That's not.
yeah.
Yeah.
No,
You can
it
you
was
can
just
put odds to something during, like, if you're watching the show and how momentum is going. It's the same thing. You can pick, hey, the way this is going, he's the favorite to win. Now, if they pick somebody else, it's just you guessing who's gonna win, this one or the other one. That's a fair bet. It's a
yeah.
50-50 bet. That's what betting is.
Oh, I want to ask you guys this: do you think soon and very soon, maybe, or maybe in the next 3 or 4 years, we start seeing all of WWE's content come to ESPN,
Yes.
or do you think it's going to stay on Peacock?
I don't know if it stays on
Um,
Peacock, but I don't think it goes to ESPN though.
I think I
Okay.
saw.
Well, okay, hold on. I'm rephrase it. Do you think that we'll see? Well, when I say all of their content, I mean past pay-per-views, all like past episode of Raw and SmackDown, the NWA stuff, all the stuff they have brought up over the years. Do you think that will eventually come to ESPN, or is it going to stay on Peacock, or maybe go to Netflix or whatever? What?
I probably see. If this is my opinion, I'll probably see it going to Netflix before ESPN. I don't like. I really think this going to stay on Peacock because I just my opinion. I think they're gonna kind of have a big deal that has included NXT, AAA, and TNA
Yes, you
going
saw that
to
too, right?
Peacock. Yeah, so I don't, and
Yes.
I think they'll wrap that deal around having the actual archive for WWE, keeping that with them. So because that is I've been reading about this. That's like a big thing for Peacock. Like that's what the most people watch in Peacock is the old WWE stuff. So I think they'll kind of wrap a deal with that type of stuff with Peacock, and like the present stuff will probably be on ESPN. Like each Mania from now on, each whatever from now on, or from next year on. But I don't think they'll get like the old stuff, like all the WCW stuff and all that stuff. No.
Okay. Now, yeah, that's something I was wondering too, because like there are times when I go on Peacock and I want to go and just watch a couple of pay-per-views, a couple of old episodes of Nitro or Raw, whatever. And it's like now that this is happening, it makes one wonder where they're going to put, or rather, what they're going to do with that stuff. If they're going to stay on Peacock or if they're going to go somewhere else. So it'll be interesting to see in the next few years of what they're going to do with their content, with their library. So, well, ladies and gentlemen, that will conclude tonight's episode. Thank you so much for tuning in. Make sure you hit that subscribe button as well as that like button on our YouTube channel, Wrestling with the Bros. Also, follow us on X, Twitter, whatever you want to call it, at WWTB 2024. James, he enjoyed SummerSlam. He loved it. He's halfway. Hey, he's knocked two of the big four off of his bucket list. So now he has Survivor Series and he has Royal Rumble to go see. I don't see Royal Rumble coming up into the New
No.
Jersey
No.
area no time soon.
Because the only stadium we have is MetLife. It's outdoors.
Yep.
And there's no way they're doing a Rumble in January. You don't know if you're getting 10 feet of snow or 10 degrees. You have no idea what you get.
Exactly.
The closest stadium, like dome kind of thing, is the Carrier Dome, and it's in Syracuse. Like,
Oh yeah, they ain't doing that now. They're not doing that.
I mean, like we're
Nah.
not going there.
Well,
No.
how because you're in a blender, brother. I was trying to, I don't know. How big is the new Nassau Coliseum?
The UBS Arena. Basically, I think it's a little bit bigger. I haven't been out there, but I think from just looking at it, I think it's bigger. Going out there is a fucking nightmare. Going out there is
okay. There we go.
yeah. Going out there right now is horrible because you're going through toll traffic, and then you're going through bridges and then turnpikes, expressways, and you're in Long Island. You don't know where you are in Long Island. It's rough out there. It's not rough in like the neighborhood. It's just rough to travel getting out there. And the UBS Arena is legit in the middle of a highway. So it's like there's nothing to do out there except go to the event and go home.
Right. Well, hopefully Chicago will get this dome built so that way we can get a Royal Rumble or a Mania or a SummerSlam or something up here in this bit. Hopefully soon, man. Hopefully soon. Hey, you all take care. Have a great Wednesday. Enjoy the weekend. We will see you guys back here next week for Wrestling with the Bros. Smitty, hit the music. Yo, what up? Welcome to the 12th episode. I remember this time. 12th episode of Wrestling with the Bros. Acknowledge us. For Fair, Smitty, I'm Chris. Y'all have a good one. Hey, y'all take care.